Hi everyone, I'm working on my Dimensions project, which is called Aurora Cabin. It's one of my favourite cross-stitch projects, and I thought today I would work on doing a little bit of stitching and showing you how I use multiple threads in a stitch, because some of the Dimensions cross-stitch kits do come with instructions to use 6 strands, 6 threads per symbol, per stitch, and yes, it could be a little bit frightening. I was a bit scared to even attempt it at the beginning, but I think I've gotten used to it now, and it's actually not so bad. Now you might think 6 strands is going to make quite a thick amount of threads to pull through, but it's not too bad. So I thought I would have a little go at this today and just show you how it looks. So obviously the reason for having different amounts of strands per stitch is to add texture. So some of the stitches look like they're being brought forward, others are receding back, so it does give a quite lovely effect. So we're working half cross stitches. Now as you can see, it does pull a little bit on the fabric, but do not worry. Now that is actually 6 strands coming through there, and voila, it's not so bad. So let's just go down here and see, oops, how that works. So you might hear a little bit of and things might get a little tangled as the threads are being pulled through, so do go as slowly as you can. That will make sure that you don't get all your threads tangled at the back. Thank goodness it's only half a stitch and not a full cross. So there we have it. There is a little boof as the thread goes through, that kind of sound that you think, oh my god, what have I done? But it is okay. There is no damage as long as you're careful and you go slowly. So I'm trying to make sure that the thread's not tangling as I go through. I've realised that I have to use very short lengths for this particular case because it will tangle up. There is no question if your threads are very long, and if you have ever tried to untangle 6 strands of thread, then you'll know what I mean when we talk about nightmares. So finding the hole can be a little tricky too, but it does add a lovely texture. And as you can see, it's not sticking out to the point where you think, oh, there's too many threads on that stitch. They just sit nicely, and they kind of work for the trees. Sort of has a lovely effect. Now working on a stand is so much easier. So you can buy various types of stands, or ones that sit on your lap, great big wooden ones. There's so many out there, and people do sometimes have to experiment on that to see which one suits them the best. I tend to get quite a bit of backache if I'm leaning forward, so I like to have my project as close to me as possible so that I can sit upright. And there we have it. It is working for me today. I'm going to push that through there. So are you working on a design that uses multiple threads? Have you ever done a Dimensions cross stitch? How do you find it? I know it's not to everybody's taste. There are some people who simply just don't have the patience for mixing threads and maybe even using the blending filament it comes with. So thanks for stitching with me, and let me know what you think of this design. See you later.